guys are going to turn me on. You'll turn me on. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yep. Okay. Welcome into what can only be. No mai, haere mai, piki mai, kaki mai. Welcome to Wellington for the New Zealand Secondary Schools Waterpolo Championships in association with Bailey's, Caltex and Whakata Māori. Wherever you are around the country, a very good afternoon. Our first match this morning, or this afternoon, is the bronze medal match on the girls' side. Rangitoto College, one of the great schools out of Auckland's North Shore, up against Diocesan, one of the real powerhouses. Two very, very good teams who so desperately wanted to be playing for the gold medal, but such is the depth of the sport. Today, it is for bronze, and it is an outstanding lineup for Rangitoto College. Joining me in commentary, Hamish McDonald. Hamish, well, you've only got to look at number 7 there, Gabrielle Doyle.
Yeah, morning, Mark. It's great to be here and enjoy this coverage of New Zealand secondary schools. Gabby Doyle, a huge part of this Rangitoto team. New Zealand senior women's team made her debut at the World Championships in Doha earlier this year, so she'll have a big part to play today.
Yeah, and of course, we talk about it schoolgirl level, schoolboy level. I guess there are levels of experience by international standards, not a lot of experience, but in terms of being here before, the senior girls on these teams will play a big part of it. And again, you look now at the Diocesan Premier Girls team, a number of athletes that have been here at previous national championships. Diocesan narrowly missing out on the national title last year. Two St Cuthberts. Some athletes are back. Some athletes are looking to, show the younger athletes how it is done.
Yeah, absolutely. Vita Yarrow-Stevenson, a big part of that Diocesan team. She's had a really, really good tournament. Probably their leading goal scorer. Abby Welsh has been causing a lot of chaos at the centre.
So ka mihi ki na mawanga na wai me na ahika o tēnei oro. We acknowledge the mountains, the waters and the people who sustain the home fires of this area. Tēnā koutou katoa, as mentioned. Welcome in to what should be an exciting afternoon of water polo. Very shortly we'll have the team introductions for you. And as said, alongside of me, Hamish McDonald.
Yeah, testing. We're looks like this game before us, Mark, is headed to a penalty shootout, which is exciting. Oh no, they've called it a draw.
So they have called it a draw. So now we have the two teams going into the pool. Sorry, we are just having a few technical difficulties. We do apologise there. So we will get some fluidity very shortly for you. You see the Rangitoto team in the pool. And now Diocesan School for Girls across there. And so it'll be Rangitoto in the white caps. And Hamish McDonald to bring you all the expert comments. How do they determine what caps they wear?
So it's normally just done off the draw. So the Rangitoto would have been in semi-final 1. Rangitoto would have been in semi-final 1 last night, whereas Diocesan would have been in semi-final 2. So winner of semi-final, or losing semi-final 1 in the white, and losing semi-final 2 in the blue.
That's simple. I tell you what, it's been a close competition, hasn't it? I mean, you do sort of get a sense, Hamish, that St Cuthbert's probably a step up on the rest of these schools, but below them, very, very even. Not a lot in it throughout the round robin, and both these schools could argue that, a little bit unlucky not to be playing for that gold medal.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Westlake drew with Diocesan early in the tournament, which would have been a bit of a shock for those Dio girls. But look, these Auckland schools play for 3 major competitions every year. The Auckland competition, the North Island title and the national title. This is the third of those events, and this is the third time Rangitoto and Diocesan have faced off for bronze this year. Dio have got the last two, so I know that this is the one that really counts, right? The New Zealand secondary school one is the one that everyone's after, so I know Rangitoto will feel like they've got nothing to lose today and will be keen to take it to Dio.
Yeah, and we have seen teams build up. We're going to have a men's or boys final for you later, which is going to feature Sacred Heart. They didn't actually finish in the top three at the North Island Secondary School Championships. Defending champions, somewhat of a shock, but have got their timing right, and it is about timing, isn't it? It doesn't matter what you did 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, what happened in the last tournament. It's all about what happens today.
Yeah, absolutely. And every year at Nationals, Chelsea Geary, the Rangitoto coach, seems to do a really, really good job of getting her team peaking at the right time. It's an undervalued skill as a coach. And they seem to turn up every single time at the national championship. So it'll be really interesting to see how they go today.
Yeah, they often say in team sports, Hamish, that individuals can win your games, but a squad will win you a championship. Can we apply that theory to water polo?
Yeah, I think we can, because at the end of the day, it's 7 games for these athletes over 4 days. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of water polo. You know, at a senior world championship level, you play once every 2 days. So to that volume of water polo, you have to have 13. You know, you have to have a deep squad that can help you through the entire tournament.
In the big finals, again, looking at team sports historically, whether it be football, whether it be rugby, they talk about you win it through good defence. Is good defence going to determine our bronze, silver and gold medalists?
Yeah, I think it will, because good defence leads to good attack in water polo. So if you can play a press defence where you're marking everyone one-on-one, nice and tight, or a good zone defence that forces bad shots, and then what that allows you to do is a transition into your attack really easily.
Okay,
it works together.
Let's just go back just for non-water polo aficionados. Okay, so we've got the press defence, which is often pushing higher in the pool too, one-on-one. Then you've talked about the zone defence. What is the zone defence?
So a lot of water polo's offence comes to a position called the centre forward. So a person based on 2 metres, they're usually a big, strong player, a big physical threat. And so you have a centre back marking them, usually a tall, lean person, very fast swimmer. But sometimes that centre forward's so strong, you need to bring people from the outside of the pool back into close to the centre forward to prevent the ball from getting to them. Ball gets to the centre forward, it's often exclusion, penalty or goal. So that forces the shots from the outside.
A lot of pressure too on the coaches today. We've got some very good coaches. Chelsea Geary, as mentioned, in charge of Rangitoto. And on the diocesan side, we've got Gabrielle Oliapu, of course, Angie Winstanley, the national women's coach, and assistant coach. So Ava Cooper, the assistant coach for Rangitoto. They'll have a pretty good read on their opponents. They'll have a pretty good read on their opposition. Is it a case of setting up their offence and defence from what they know of their opposition, or do you just stick to your game plan?
I think it's an element of both. You want to try and tick off both things. You want to make sure that your game plan's in order, but then you need to focus on the other side as well.
Okay, very shortly we will have the team introductions. Introduce the teams to you. It's one of the great protocols in the sport of water polo. And then we'll bring you all the action. It'll be 4 quarters of 6 minutes. And let's just quickly, just in terms of timeouts.
2 each, so both teams will get 2 timeouts, 1 minute for each of those. They can take it at any point in the game.
Okay, so we will now go to the official pool announcer for the team introductions.
folks, that's the two lineups for this bronze medal match between Rangitoto and Diocesan, which will get underway in about 2 minutes' time.
Yeah, John will know there, delicate, clearly has been an official at the Olympic Games as well. So these teams just going through their final order protocols. Starting lineup will be established by the coaches. And look forward to bringing you all the action. Well, we think that's going to be fairly even. Start's going to be absolutely crucial here, Hamish.
Yeah, it will be. There's two teams met early in the tournament. Yesterday it was 9-7 in favour of Dio. So they sort of had the medal on Rangi a little bit this year, but it'll be interesting to see how this game starts.
Yeah, a little bit on the line here too, because only a few years ago these two played in the final of the New Zealand Secondary School Championship at this very venue. Dio went in as the favourites. Rangi got up early, put a little bit of doubt on the heads of the Diocesan team, and as they say, the rest is history. Rangi ended up winning the national title that day.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You know, Waterpolo is one of those sports where it can go and swings and roundabouts, and runs are really important. So, you know, you'll often find that a team will score 2 or 3 goals, and another one will go 2 or 3 goals. I don't find it that often goal for goal, goal for goal. There's always little momentum swings, and it's who can manage those the best, time their runs, and get away with it.
Yeah, there's a big opportunity. Maybe some athletes here that will be in their final year at school, others, well, they might even have 2 years remaining, possibly even 3. And they've got such a rich legacy and history, Diocesan really have been the school in the last 20 years to beat. And of course, along with St Cuthbert's, Waterpolo, the largest secondary school in the country, a co-ed school, in North Shore, just above the Millennium Institute of Sport. St Cuthbert's and Diocesan not separated by much, and Newmarket there in Auckland.
Mark, a quick mention on the Diocesan bench today, you've got Ellie Millard, who is a really key part of that Diocesan team. She's a year 13 student. Unfortunately, she dislocated her shoulder playing for the national team in November last year and has had to sit this season out. But she's a huge part of that team, and while she's not on the team list, I know that she does a lot of work with those girls, and they've been playing today had she not been injured.
Okay, so we'll start with the swim-off. The referees here will drop the ball middle of the pool, and it's pretty much just a straight swim. Head down and go as fast as you can. See who gets that early advantage. And it will go the way of Diocesan. Good start for them. Mia can bring it back into the pool through the number 2, Lenny Webster.
Most of the girls' games this week have been played out at the Huia pool in Lower Hutt, so slightly bigger pool here at the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre, so it'll be a bit of a depth thing for both sides.
Yeah, and you do need to make those adjustments early, don't you? You've got to just adapt. There's no point arguing it. And so some teams that maybe like it to be a little tighter, maybe the fitter team might benefit more today in the bigger pool. First shot comes, but comfortably read by the goalkeeper for Rangitoto. Emily Arms. So what Rangitoto can do, they have to score here early. Through the playmaker, and that is Gabrielle Drew. They can be involved. Thankfully, guys are saying that they try and shut her down. There's still an opportunity coming away here for Rangitoto, for Yoel Stevenson. Sorry, my apologies, for Eloise Raper.
So a turnover there for ball under, so you can't take the ball under the water in what we call the tackle situation. So turnover ball and a new 30-second shot clock for Dio.
Yeah, we've got to remember that, 30 seconds, 6 minutes a quarter. Doesn't sound like a lot, but this is a tough sport aerobically and physically. Underestimate. Oh, first shot comes. I think the whistle had gone late, so turnover anyway. From the way of Rangitoto.
If you get a minor foul like that was just called there for Dio, you need to be outside that yellow cone you can see on the far side of the picture, or 6 metres, if you want to shoot the ball directly on goal.
Yoel Stevenson. So far, these teams just trying to just figure each other out a little bit. There's a little bit of nerves here. Trying to get a bit of a read on how their opponents are setting up offensively and also how they're setting up their defence. Good patient build-up here coming from Diocesan for Lenny Webster, number 2. Now down to Lisa Delise. And first goal. And it will go the way of Diocesan. Really unlucky there for Paige Ellis, the goalkeeper for Diocesan. Got a big mid out, just couldn't quite keep it out.
So you can see there with the Rangitoto defenders stepping back off Lenny Webster. That's when we talked about the start of the coverage, the zone defence. So they're stepping back on Abby well, the Dyer centre forward. And Lenny Webster makes them pay early.
And there's Lenny Webster again, this time getting manhandled by Jim O'Brien. So physical times. Well, it's a little lob shot. On it. There's a game where it's not all about power, it's often about trajectory. Getting those angles right, the little lob shots, and it's very much at times, isn't it? It's a game of disguise. It can be a bit of an illusion.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the players balk or fake the ball all the time, and that's about trying to make sure they can deceive the goalie. First exclusion of the match.
So 20 seconds in the naughty chair. So it'll be a 6-on-5, they call it. An overlap here now for Rangitoto. Decided to go down this right-hand side. Zone defence being set here by Diocesan. Shot comes, good block from Paige Ellis.
So that exclusion there on Abby Welsh. Players are allowed 3 a match. So once you've got your third, you're done for the day.
Oh, now opportunity here from one end to the next. Do they go on themselves? Needs to come off the line, does she? No, looks to switch it. Oh, just manages to get a hand on it. Good desperation defence coming from number 7 for Rangitoto College, Gabrielle Doyle. And so they come back to the top of the perimeter to Louise Macefield. Macefield looks to try and find her centre forward. And that is the referee award here.
Exclusion on Rangitoto, Poppy Costin.
6-on-5. Opportunity now. Gone back down to Lenny Webster. Back to Macefield. The big shot does come. Nicely taken too. Decided just to skim that off the top of the surface. Put some real velocity and power on it. And it is Diocesan who got by 2-0.
It's a great shot from Sophia O'Leary. She slides into that middle on the 6-5, moving the defender, and a great little skip shot to get them a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to, it's like any team sport, isn't it? Move into space, pass into space, but also just try and draw those defenders, open up the overlap, open up room elsewhere. So what can Rangitoto do? They'll go back through Poppy Costin. Go back and just have a look at the replay. Disappointment there from Emily Arms. Been a little bit unlucky. Hasn't quite got her mojo just yet. But she is a class act indeed. And now through Stevie Cooper. Another very good player, Stevie Cooper. Sister Eva Cooper. And that time too easy. Well blocked by Paige Ellis.
Looking to get Gabby Doyle in the game. It's her first shot of the game, and she'll have a key part in this today for Rangitoto.
Well, the thing when you play like Gabrielle Doyle, we talked about it, doesn't she? I mean, she's got such a big reputation. She is the one player that can win it, but she's also the one player that can draw defenders.
Yeah, absolutely. We spend a lot of time in Waterpolo talking about key individuals when you're playing your defence, and she'll certainly be one that Dyer will talk about.
Oh, a little shot at this time off the crossbar, comfortably retrieved by Emily Arms. So surveys what's in front of her. They really do need to be the next goal scorer. A little bit of a turnover, whistle though. So ball under. And so Poppy Costin, and the number 9 Cat for Rangitoto, goes in, finds Doyle. Doyle looks for that little entry pass, can't quite find it. Whistle goes. And so Lenny Webster will come away for Diocesan, who she's been such a dominant figure already in this game, Webster. Oh, good block, good defence. Well read there by Gabrielle Doyle. And now another little shot, saw that was open, saw that possibly Emily Arms was just off her line, this time not effective.
Counter-attack opportunity here for Rangitoto.
Yet Stevie Cooper looking to go. Cooper has the shot off the crossbar, maybe a little bit ambitious. Tough job being a goalkeeper.
Really tough job. Interesting, both sort of teams feel very much like they're feeling each other out at the moment. Certainly playing a slightly slower pace than they have been throughout the rest of the tournament, and I think it's just trying to get themselves into this game.
Yeah, I think if they would find themselves down 3, maybe we do not too far away from the end of the first quarter. We're going to need to try and somehow shift momentum here, maybe just speed things up. Okay, really good defence again here from Diocesan through Lucy Delise. Doyle. pushing forward. Rangitoto, it's a little pump fake. Clock counting down.
Turn of the foul on the centre forward for Rangitoto.
And just 7 seconds remaining in this first quarter, so they'll just basically one and turn and shoot. You'd think, here we go, the shot should come. Oh, I just can't quite control it, and that is the end of the quarter, and it's been a good quarter for Diocesan. Led by 2-0 over Rangitoto. Well, Hamish McDonald, it hasn't been the most scintillating water polo, but when you're playing for a bronze medal at the national championships, you just want to get the job done any way you can, and it's Diocesan at the moment who lead by 2.
Yeah, I think there's certainly an element of early nerves in there, and you've got to take into account there's year 13s who playing their last game today. So it can be quite an emotional day for these kids before they get into it, because they know what's at stake, and they're playing for their teammates today as well.
Okay, so let's go inside the Rangitoto team. You've got Chelsea Geary here. What is she wanting from her team?
Look, I think her defence, she'll be relatively happy with her defence if she can just get the blocking lines on her zone. So those girls with their arms out, moving out, and trying to cut down and make the goalie's job easier. I think the concern for Chelsea at the moment will be the offence. They've only sort of had one shot on goal, so it's about making sure they're trying to create something new on offence to give their players some space and create some more chances.
Got to bring Stevie Cooper in more, can't just rely on Gabrielle Doyle. Eloise Raper, we saw her early, but they just haven't been prominent enough.
Yeah, I think it's just, the centre-backs at Dio are doing a really good job, so they're pressing out the Rangitoto centre-forwards. They're not getting a lot of position, and that's making the offence for the Rangitoto team a lot harder, whereas Abby Wells on the other end for Dio is getting a lot of position, and that's creating that zone and giving them the chances.
Hope you're enjoying coverage here across Whakata Māori. Ki iwi no mai, hari mai, ki kene papahotanga o Whakata Māori. Goal, of course, in Treo is Piro. Pass is Maka, ball is Poro. The White Caps, Pote Ma. And that is Rangitoto College today. The Blue Caps, Pote Kahorangi. Is Diocesan.
I think first goal here is really important for Rangi. If they can get back to 2-1, they sort of go game on. Look, you can have big comebacks in water polo, absolutely, but I don't think they want to find themselves 3-0 down.
No, and first possession will go the way of Diocesan, and if Diocesan can get up by 3 here, you do start to wonder how much of a psychological impact that has. They're still young athletes who might have, say, the physical maturity, but don't often know how to deal completely with adversity. And so the shot comes, though. Good save this time by Emily Arms. No real power on it. Had to shoot from distance, so good defensively there from Rangitoto.
Interesting to see Dio go to 2 centres to start this quarter. So they've now got 2 centre forwards in, playing on 2 posts. That brings Rangitoto further back.
Hot chance here, but they'll get back. They'll get play back underway through Poppy Costin. Another, I won't call it wasted opportunity, somewhat of an ambitious opportunity. And so Paige Ellis. Just 30 seconds.
That's what we talk about in that zone defence there. Rangitoto, better job that time on their blocking lines and steal the pass, and this gives Gabby Doyle a nice chance.
Boy, the work they're over, don't they? That is the physical nature of it. Chance now for Rangitoto to get himself. So we got the exclusion, did we?
Yeah, on Sophia Jackson for Dio. She came over the back of Gabby Doyle, so she'll go to the corner briefly.
Now looking to just try and switch play, zone defence here from Diocesan, not panicking at the moment, not pressing high. Maybe just to sit back, put a bit of shot clock pressure on, and very effective. So Rangitoto still haven't been able to penetrate this very good defence here from Diocesan.
Yeah, the blocking of Dio has been really good. With 6-5, they seem really organised in their man-down defence. So it's a big positive for them to start this game. Dio back to 2 centres. So what they're doing there, Mark, Gabby Doyle obviously in particular, very strong counter-attack player, and even though with 2 centres, here's another counter-attack opportunity for Rangi.
Yeah, real chance now. Really do need to capitalise here through Doyle. Oh, this time they do, so they're on the score, and they've been the first team to score in the second quarter. We talked about the importance of it, and so maybe we are seeing a momentum shift here. Look at Gabrielle Doyle, look at the balance here. Just a remarkable athlete, lovely entry pass, superb water polo, wasn't it? The Louise Raper, the goal scorer. Wow, that is good.
It's a good counter-attack from Rangitoto. They're using the length of this pool, an extra 2 metres to what the girls have been used to playing all year. So a big chance for them to use that speed.
Little entry pass. So
6-on-5 opportunity here for Dio. Chance to get it back, get that 2-goal advantage back. .65 conversion being relatively low for both teams, a couple of chances.
Yeah, what's considered the percentage rate in turning a 6-on-5 into a goal?
Your coaches, you're aiming for 60, 70%. Look, most teams it probably sits closer to 40 or 50%, but and here's another chance of that. Another chance to increase that percentage for Rangitoto.
Yeah, now Rangitoto, look again, look here. Just look at that defence. Just one long line here from Diocesan. Need to take the opportunity. Shot clock pressure begins to build. Boy, that is good defence. Really just getting up and working over Stevie Cooper. She has the shot, little ambitious. Turnover possession. The possession will go the way back of Diocesan.
I really like that from Sophie O'Leary. It's brave playing defence and rushing out like that on 6-5 and creating an opportunity on the far end. So an exclusion there on Eloise Raper for Rangitoto and another chance for Dio.
Now Lenny Webster. Oh, well, I think that's really good goalkeeping from Emily Arms here. Just came off the line a little bit, just got that egg Peter going, just created some height, shut the gap and the angle down, and forced that shot over the top. So really well done there by the Rangitoto goalkeeper. And they'll push back up now through Sasha Tyndall, the number 4 cap for Rangitoto. You just see that now starting to press a little bit higher in defence, going from a zone defence to that press defence.
Yeah, that's great work from Beta at centre back for Dio. She's got the Rangitoto centre forward all the way out on 5 metres.
Yeah, again, a lovely entry pass opportunity here. Good goalkeeping. It's still a scramble. Well, I'll tell you what, Paige Ellis read that brilliantly in goal. But that was a superb little entry pass.
It's great work and great vision from Gabby Doyle, but Paige Ellis up to the task.
Loving the way Dio just having that ability to switch up that defence, going from that zone defence to that press defence, forcing Rangitoto back, and only Doyle could have pulled out such a pass. Now looking to try and break out. Chance here now for Rangi. Need to just maybe send it now. No. Good defence again. Good pressure being put on this time by Lucy Jalise.
Exclusion foul called on Dio, so extra play opportunity for Rangitoto.
Back into the cross here. Looking for that door to be slightly open. Can't find a way through yet. Now chance comes. Opportunity. Penalty, is it?
It is indeed.
Yeah, penalty every day of the week. Pippa Southgate did everything right. Forward for Rangitoto.
So when you've got a probable goal situation like that where the player's in front, foul from behind, a 5-metre penalty will be called.
Gabrielle Doyle to take the penalty for Rangitoto to tie it up at 2-2. And she does score, she doesn't miss. She's a class act.
It's a much improved performance in the second quarter from Rangitoto. They've started creating and generating more offence, and that's, it's forcing Dio to play slightly differently on their offence too, because they're having to play more defence now, and it's slowing them down.
It's just so subtle little entry passes, isn't it? They're not doing it from the perimeter. They are going through their forwards, and that is really good play from Rangitoto.
Rangitoto straight back into the zone again, and they're looking to get nice and high and split and allow their counter-attack to go.
Chance here for Macefield. Macefield with the shot, and Macefield finds a way through. So well done to Louise Macefield, and the momentum shift again, 3-2.
It's always a really big goal. You get back, they take a 2-0 lead, other team comes back to 2-2, and it's a class finish from Louise, skip across the goal.
So it is tit for tat at the moment. Oh, good play here. Oh, that's courage. That's courage under fire from Rangitoto. And working it again, Pippa Southcombe for Rangitoto College. Gabrielle Doyle now takes a shot, cheeky shot too, just wide though. The element of surprise, such a key part in the sport of water polo.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good shooting position for Gabby to be in. 6 metres, only one blocker in front, but another 6-on-5 chance.
Oh, the door is open. They decide to go down this right-hand side, bring it back into the middle again through Macefield. She's made a real difference, Macefield.
Another exclusion, so 6-on-4 opportunity now.
Surely, must score from here. Must score from here. A little pump fake. Now, opportunity is open. High though. Oh, superb water polo. And how have Rangitoto survived that? They have somehow found a way. I'm not sure whether through scrambling defence or maybe just some poor shooting.
Oh, this could be a big swing here. Take a 6-on-4 opportunity, miss, and then Rangitoto get a 6-on-5 chance of their own. Yeah,
you talk about key moments, making decisions under pressure. Great example right here. And Doyle just screaming at her teammates, come on. Let's communicate, let's talk. We've got these guys, the shot comes. And that is half-time, so it is Diocesan out of Auckland who lead Rangitoto College by 3-2. Hope you are enjoying coverage of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Water Polo. This is the bronze medal match, courtesy of Bailey's Celtics, and of course live across Whakata Māori. Tēnā koutou katoa.
So interesting at the end of that half there, Mark, Lenny Webster was excluded for Dio, but she was excluded with 10 seconds left in the quarter. So she will start this next quarter, the third period, in the exclusion box. If Dio win the swim-off, she'll be back in, but if Rangitoto win the swim-off, she'll be out for a further 10 seconds. So an important, in a tight game like this, it's actually quite an important swim-off to win for both teams.
They're all very good freestylers in their own right. Often a lot of them do come through the swimming programs as well. You've got to be incredibly fit. You've got to have that egg beater kick. And that burns a lot of matches. And what I mean by that is a lot of energy. It's a hard thing to do. You've got players basically trying to put you under. You're trying to stay up. And you see the great players being able to generate so much power with that egg beater kick that get their hips high out of the water, create a higher level of trajectory, therefore a little bit more power. So now we're starting to see a very animated Angie Winstanley-Smith. Mind you, Angie's fairly animated most of the time. I think that's, in a nice way, of course.
It's not much of a surprise.
There are the Barradine girls. They will be playing for that silver medal later on, up against the might of St Cuthbert's.
They're looking nice and relaxed, which is good to see a couple of hours out from Barradine's first ever national final.
Yeah, third last year, weren't they? 2 years, and third 2 years ago.
Third 2 years ago. At this,
correct.
At this venue.
At this venue, Rangitoto winning it that day in a bit of an upset.
So it'll be interesting to see what the tactics are in this next period for both these teams. Dio continuing to play a press, but they're starting to get in, they've conceded 6 exclusions in that first half, which isn't too bad, but they won't want to be, getting in too much foul trouble, whereas Rangitoto back in the zone, forcing the outside shots, much better quarter defensively. Be interesting to see if there's any changes to that.
So exclusion in Te Reo is Aokati. You see a lot of the counter-attack, which is Tuapa. So we do acknowledge Whakata Māori. We do encourage people around the country to gain a greater understanding and learning of Te Reo. Special thanks, of course, to Bailey's Celtics. For their ongoing support of secondary school sport and live streaming in partnership with Whakata Māori. So there is number 3, Kaya Summerfield for Rangitoto College, given the duty of the swim-off. And number 7 for Diocesan, Abby Walsh.
Abby's a centre forward, so it's not normally be her her thing, the swim off, but she's also one of the quicker centre forwards going around. So she's doing double work today.
Do you just put your fastest swimmer in the swim off?
No, I think sometimes the swim off's probably a little bit overrated.
Is it?
You know, possession's important in a situation like this where you've got a player in the box. Really important now. First quarter, sometimes you want the ball first, but you're going to get it after 30 seconds anyway. So,
initially won by Dio, and then taken back by Rangi, and now Rangi through Doyle. Look to spread it, look to go wide. So Sasha Tyndall happy to play down the right hand side through Stevie Cooper. And Doyle again. Comes off the crossbar. Unsuccessful, but good positive start here from Rangitoto. We talked about maybe that first quarter perhaps not playing with a lot of tempo. Well, I certainly just get a sense this third quarter is being played with a little bit more tempo. Now opportunity here. Or maybe just took it a little bit too far. Looking to try and bring it back for Diocesan as Sophie O'Leary. But good high press defence coming here from Rangitoto College. Now, Lucy Jalise. Back to Webster. Webster in control, looks for the entry pass, couldn't quite find it. Ended up in no man's land, so Rangitoto now with the opportunity.
It's good patience on the ball from Lucy Jalise and Lenny Webster there, just slowing the ball down. They're not trying to rush anything, they're trying to find the right pass.
God, yeah, I like the intent there. Maybe just timing quite wasn't there. So Diocesan through Paige Ellis. That is Vita Yarrell Stevenson. Now Galeese looking to try and go on her own.
Penalty.
So, what they rule there from behind.
Yeah, Gabby Doyle's got Lucy Galeese from behind on her shooting arm there in a probable goal situation. So, it'll be a free shot for Vita Yarrell Stevenson from the penalty spot.
So really here for Emily Arms, it's just about getting as high as she can. And just like that though, it is Diocesan who lead by 4 goals to 2.
It's a nice penalty from Vita. Bounce, gets it right in that near corner. Nice and high, hard for a goalie to get to that.
So Pippa Southcombe for Rangitoto College. Get play back underway. Sasha Tyndall here in the number 4. Surveying her options. Doyle not quite expecting the pass, but boy, they are straight on to Doyle. Such is the reputation, such is the quality of this young lady. On the left-hand side now, through Eloise Raper.
Nice defence from Lucy Galeese. She just stays relaxed, keeps her arm up between the ball and the centre forward and takes the steal.
Yeah, Galeese has been very, very effective. She's been a big part so far of this lead that Dio have established. You do feel though that if Dio are the next team to score, 3 goals might just be enough to break this Rangitoto team mentally.
It's interesting here now. You can see when we go on this next position, you can see that Rangitoto are saying what I'd call a more risky defence. Sorry. So Gabby Doyle marking Louise Macefield over on that corner and the other wing. They're sitting really high to try and allow them to go to counter attack, but it does allow Dio to get in behind and potentially create exclusions of goals.
So high risk, high reward. Oh, wonderful goal from distance. Just absolutely pulled the trigger that time. And just like that, Dio do have that 3-goal buffer. And goal coming there from Leah David. In fact, it is Lucy Galeese. My apologies. So well done to Galeese.
It's a great shot, Lucy. Stays on her legs, fakes, finds the near corner and hammers it home.
Well, now chance here, searching, asking for the penalty.
We talked about that before, those momentum swings. Dio get one, and now Rangi going to get a chance to bring that back.
Yeah, they talk often, you see in rugby, you score a try, and then the thing you want to do off the kick-off is exit, get out of there quickly. And teams, for some reason, can't do it, give the penalty back, and that was a 5-point score ends up really only being 2 because you give 3 away at the other end immediately.
I think that's just a little bit there. It's one of those things that, you know, these young athletes will always have to try and remember. They score a goal, they get a 3-goal lead, and there's just that moment of hesitation. They switch off for half a second, and the other team pounces back.
Oh, I think it's in all team sports, isn't it?
It is, you're right.
We've seen a lot of sides at the moment. Highlanders and Super Rugby, probably very much what you just described there. Some moments of brilliance and big lapses. And it is about concentration, isn't it? But concentration's often affected too by fatigue. And let's not underestimate the level of fatigue that these athletes will be feeling.
Big tournament, day 4, 7th game.
Absolutely.
And a big term. They've been going at this all term. You know, this is just the culmination of the whole term's work.
And nice turnover, good defence here from Diocesan. So winning it on defence as much as they're winning it on attack. Come down this left-hand side of the pool. They go through Lucy Gillies, the goal scorer. Now back across to Webster. Shot a little bit ambitious. Now opportunity for the counter attack here from Rangitoto. A good defence here coming from Diocesan.
We've got a chance on this right side.
Oh, lovely entry pass. Great opportunity here. Penalty awarded. No.
Yeah, it is indeed.
It is. Okay, sorry. Wasn't quite sure. Couldn't quite see it from here.
On Lucy Gillies.
No real choice though, did she? So opportunity for Doyle again. And just like that, it's 4-3, 5-4.
So interesting here for Dio because they need to have a think about this because, you know, 4 goals for Rangitoto, 3 have been from the penalty spot. So it's just what switches they can make on defence to stop allowing Rangitoto that inside water and giving away those penalties.
And Rangitoto are just going to play into it, aren't they? They're just going to continue with the little entry passes, continue to just sort of see what they can do and just force the errors. Let's not underestimate too, there's a little bit of acting that does go on. It's all about trying to convince the referees that there's been perhaps more skullduggery than perhaps there actually is. Oh, a really good shot, almost took Rangitoto off guard there, but well done in the finish to Emily Arms.
They're looking for that entry pass again over the top to try and get them in another penalty, but that time they deemed that Pippa Southcombe was holding the Diocesan defender, so a contra foul and a turnover. Fine margins.
Yep, I often say that in sport, don't they? 0.01% performance can be the difference. And so sometimes it's the difference between a good night's sleep and a bad night's sleep.
Good effort on the outside from Henrietta Yarrell Stevenson, certainly the youngest member of this Diocesan side. Lots of energy at the start of this third quarter, but you can sort of see now the game closes back up again and sort of a little bit of that's gone out of it and trying to feel each other out again.
Yeah, so 5-4, still anybody's game, isn't it? Oh, good urgency coming here from Rangitoto. Really just trying to press tight. Pippa Southcombe there in defence. Big, tall athlete, Southcombe, and just really putting the pressure on the ball carriers for Diocesan. So just a minute 2 remaining in this third quarter. But Diocesan with the... Oh, well, again, good defence. And just forces... creates the unforced error. The intended receiver for Diocesan was Leah David.
It's good pressure on the ball from Rangitoto, forcing the bad pass and allowing them to steal the ball.
Nope, nice little pass again. Good little entry pass, well read. Got another penalty.
Exclusion only this time.
Exclusion, so Doyle now. Quick hands, brilliant, superb. Wow, that is good water polo, folks. That is just brilliant thinking from the great Gabrielle Doyle, and it's tied up at 5.
Good work from Gemma O'Brien to slide to this back post. You realise she's got some space. It's always a hard finish, pressure coming on. She does a good job of controlling that ball and finding the back of the net.
Yeah, well done. Gemma O'Brien got up nice and high, just sort of almost serve and volley, wasn't it, in tennis? Brilliant. Really good water polo. Now we're at 5. Now, let's see how Dio respond. They've had control of this. They've led from right up to that moment. Suddenly a little bit of adversity. How do they handle it? We saw this final 2 years ago here, and it was Rangitoto who came in as underdogs, who won that final that day. They got up early over Diocesan, and it really was a big upset. Can they do the same here 2 years later for the bronze medal?
You can see Dio going to a pick and giving Abby Welsh in good position.
Oh, good defence again. Both teams desperate. And Rangitoto, that is superb. We talk about winning these big matches on defence. Great example. And that athlete again, Pippa Southcombe. She has been an absolute physical demon in defence. As the shot comes, and that'll bring it to the end of the third quarter. It is Rangitoto 5, Diocesan 5. Don't go away, folks. They said it was going to be close. We could go down to the wire.
Would be amiss of me not to mention now, Mark, if we are tied.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah, 6 more minutes, and if we are tied, we'll go to penalties.
I hate penalties, don't you? Because
there used to be extra time, but penalties are a lottery.
No, but yeah, they are a lottery, but that person that misses has to live with it, don't they? I missed the penalty, and you're like, well, it's an unfair label. Because you're right, it's a bit of anybody on their day, you can have a brilliant piece of goalkeeping, whatever.
You might score 6 goals in the match and miss the last penalty and hold on to that rather than the 6 goals you scored. So
it's a bit like the centre forwards who missed the goals. It's like, well, what about the defenders who let the goals in? You know,
exactly. There's lots of
a whole lot of reasons, isn't there? I always used to say that watching the footballers miss penalties at World Cup, and you're like, great athlete, great father, never done anything wrong, and then suddenly you miss the penalty in this big match, the whole world's watching you, and you sort of carry that with the rest of your life. It's almost like you're punished.
Exactly. But look, I know both these teams will be keen to avoid the penalty shootout and get this done in regulation.
What's Angie Winstanley asking now in this final quarter from her diocesan team?
I think they're just trying to make sure, as we talked about before, they're getting on the inside shoulder. So Gabby Olapu's done a really good job with them this year, and they've always had really good defensive skills. 5 goals, again, you can concede that. You know, I mean, that's a normal amount to concede in a game like this, but for them, they'll be trying to generate more offence and create more opportunities down that end, because they should be trying to score 8 to 10 goals in a game of this length.
So just down in front of us too, we've got Hamilton Boys High School warming up. They will be contesting the bronze medal.
So no timeouts yet used either by either coach, so this could be a little bit of a slower last quarter, because I'd expect to see both of those those horns be used at some point. So
Rangitoto win the swim off, and they bring it back through Poppy Costin, who's been good in that pivot. At the back there, it looks a little entry pass, but well picked off, too easily read in the finish by Lenny Webster. And now Webster looking to try and break out. And she'll pick up the little minor foul. Now she continues to go. She's got options out to the left and right, directly through the middle. Does she go on her own here? And still staying off her. Does she go on her own? No. Now they're happy to play the perimeter. Big shot, the door is open. Lovely pass, superb. Wow, we saw it at the other end. That is outstanding water polo, brilliantly played. And what a superb goal from Abby Walsh. But look at the composure here.
Sophie O'Leary, great work on her legs. And then Abby, just as good as the one we saw down the other end, up on her legs, guides that ball down.
Well, they had Mackenzie Keeler there, I think Poppy Costin all over, and she still found a way to score, didn't she?
Interesting that Dio went to a 3-3 on their 6-on-5 that time. First time they've tried that rather than the traditional 4-2 setup, as we'd call it, 4 on the bottom, 2 on the top. And they found a goal. So,
okay, chance here now for Rangi. Can they return it? They surely should from here. Looking for another penalty. The shot does come. Well, settle back, folks. Gabrielle Doyle showing the class, showing the X factor. Wonderful counter-attack. Great initial pass here. And look at the composure here from Doyle. So much time. What a player. What a performance.
All of these goals from Rangitoto, the penalties are inside that 2 metres. So, again, they're just finding that entry pass, finding that space, finding that time.
You do just sense Diocesan call timeout, address the issue. It's still not been addressed, is it?
No, they seem to keep finding that same avenue to score their goals from.
Now, big shot. Well read though. Emily Arms goes long. Waiting for her troops to come forward. Just lays that off. Happy just to slow things down, Rangitoto College to Eloise Raper. Entry pass, well, good defence though from Diocesan.
She worked from Nenny Webster to get herself in a position so that the referee could see the hold from Pippa Southcombe and get the turnover.
So just over 4 minutes remain in this bronze medal match. Two absolute powerhouses of New Zealand secondary schools water polo playing for this bronze medal.
6-on-5 opportunity here for Dio.
Oh, well read this time. Good defence though. Much better. Shown by Poppy Cost and Stevie Cooper. Had a bit of a read this time on Diocesan.
They looked for that quick try, maybe slightly rushed.
And now the breakout. Plenty of height. Oh, look for the lob. And I tell you what, they tell you at school, you sit there and you go, why should I do physics? And you think, well, maybe I'll play water polo one day and I need to understand aerodynamics.
Let's go, Dio!
It's good work from Gabby to get up on her legs and try and find that lob, but just denied by the post.
There's nothing in it at the moment. Who's going to crack first? Oh, now chance. Now they break out again. Didn't quite pick it up. Good play here from Stevie Cooper. Cooper looking to push forward. Plenty of experience. Starting to really come into her own as a player. Another penalty.
Out of that counter-attack from Rangitoto again. It's been their strength all day, that speed and that movement that they've created for another penalty opportunity.
Well, amazing. Rangitoto trailed by 3 at one point. Now find themselves potentially in the lead for the first time at 7-6. Can she get the job done here? She does. Too much power, too much class, and well, Paige Ellis didn't really have any hope, did she?
Nice finish from Gabby, up on her legs. Bounce top corner. There's nothing wrong with that.
So that is called a pedo in Tarao, a goal. A really nice muck up, a really good pass. So, what have we got? Just over 3 minutes remain. Diocesan.
About 3 possessions each, Mark. 30 seconds. They should both get about 3 looks at the ball.
Now, interesting, Rangitoto here, pressing really high and looking for the little backhand flick. That is what you expect in water polo. Don't blink, because these guys can shoot, these girls can shoot on a dime. Turn and just pull a trigger. Great example of it. The element of surprise.
So I'll be trying to move, make sure they're not zoning now. They'll be in a nice high press.
Yep, so what we mean by that, pushing Rangitoto back on their haunches, one-on-one. Trying to force the error timeout call, first timeout of the match.
Extra player opportunity. Abby Welsh seems to be holding on the drive for Rangitoto. So now Chelsea Garrett will get a chance to go through the timeout. So this timeout for Chelsea will be more about getting, they'll know what they do. Coaches and water polo teams spend a lot of time practicing their 6-on-5. This is about an opportunity for them to get the right people in the right places, have a deep breath, and get the right shooters where they should be.
You do feel there has, for the first time in the game, been a genuine momentum shift, though. You do just feel Rangitoto are just starting to get into their zone. We talked in that first quarter, you mentioned it, the game was maybe not played at pace. Rangitoto want to play this quicker, don't they? And I think, you know, Dio need to somehow try and slow it down. Need to stop this counter-attack. Need to be able to, and I don't know how you do it. You know it's coming, but how do you stop Gabrielle Doyle?
I think it's about the way they play their offense. So they need to make sure that Gabby and the Rangitoto players who are playing at pace are sucked right back. They're trying to create more offense. That stops them from being able to go quickly the other direction.
Oh, off the crossbar. But that's good. This is good at the moment here for Rangitoto because they've also got the shot clock. The shot clock pressure is going to slowly start to build. 2.5 minutes remaining. Rangitoto still in position. They've potentially still got another, what's the shot clock saying? It's 15 seconds. Oh, turned over. Really good defence there at that time by Leah David.
Stevie Cooper just couldn't see Leah David re-entering from the exclusion box behind her and she nicked the ball off her.
You see a bit nice hockey at time where they run lines in ice hockey and sometimes you can manipulate players coming off.
There's a chance.
Well, the players are coming on. Chance now. Big shot. Wide though. Not sure if that was a brilliant piece of goalkeeping or just came off that upright. It was played at such pace. So Rangitoto still hang on. Still time here though for Diocesan. We go back through Sasha Tyndall here for Rangi. Happy just to sit back and play it, run the clock down. Still 15 seconds remain. Shot clock, got a lovely entry pass again. That's where they have been exploited all day. And another penalty. And so, once again, Gabrielle Doyle steps up to make it a 2-goal buffer. Will Page Ellis create the impossible, do the impossible, and save this. She doesn't, and that is really good from Doyle. This time she went the other way.
6 from 6 from the penalty spot today for Gabby. It's an impressive effort. Penalties, penalties are pretty high percentage, but 6 from 6 is a pretty good effort too. So timeout for Dyer.
8-6, what a momentum shift. Been a big momentum shift in this fourth quarter. Looked a little sluggish early on, and as you talked about, it's been a tough 4 days, and sometimes the nervous system's down. You go through your warm-up, and sometimes you just need to get your heart rate up a little bit higher, and you do come right, don't you?
It's it's an underrated thing, that the physical work the players do throughout a tournament, getting up, warming down, and trying to manage their bodies throughout the 4 days.
Don't go away, because coming up next we'll have the bronze medal match between Hamilton Boys High School and Rangitoto. So Rangitoto looking to try and walk away with 2 national medals. Hamilton Boys are still outstanding. Very, very unlucky not to make the final.
So 150 there from the clock here for Dio. They'll want a goal in this possession. If they don't, it's starting to get pretty dicey. But, stranger things have happened.
Oh, big shot. Oh, and they find a way to. Whistles have gone, though.
No goal, so the whistle went before the shot left the hand.
Yeah, and I think you could hear that quite clearly. Nothing sort of controversial or marginal in it whatsoever. But they do have possession. That is the key. But they need to score from this possession. 41 seconds. Let's have a look at the defence here of Rangitoto. Big shot does come, and they do score. And I tell you what, the bench in front of us here from Dio go up. We're back down to 1, folks. Settle back, still plenty of time remaining, 1:37.
It's a great finish from Lenny Webster. Watch her here working off the ball, sliding, so she can catch and find the lane down that near side.
Yeah, look at that egg beater kick, that power that she generates, the balance and the poise she has. And just pulls the trigger on that one. And now Rangitoto, they'd love to hit back here. You sense if Rangitoto can score now, probably will be enough. Good urgency coming from Vita Yarrell-Stevenson in defence there for Diocesan.
Rangitoto can't stop playing offence. They've got to work really hard here.
Now they go to Doyle. No. In fact, it is through Sasha Tyndall as the intended receiver.
Exclusion called on Louise Macefield for flicking the ball away, so a big chance here for Rangitoto.
Now looking to try and just put a bit of pressure on the ball carrier. Now they switch play, no defender out there. Entry pass and just over the top. How well worked was that? Just the execution and the finish wasn't quite there. But man, I tell you what, that was very good. Poppy Costin, the shooter.
Dio taking a risk on defence, and it pays off here.
Now
Got a chance.
Diocesan, can they score here? Who do they go through? Who do they put the responsibility on? And I'm not sure that was the best option. Now we've up. There is still time. 45 seconds. Chance here now for Rangitoto to run the clock down.
They'll get one more chance, Dio. Provided they don't get excluded here, they'll get one more chance and probably a timeout.
See the clock there in the background. 34 seconds remains in this bronze medal match.
6-5 opportunity.
6-5 and they go. Oh, poor pass. Not intentional. Not sure. I don't think anyone really quite knows what's going on. And Rangitoto somehow come away with it.
And timeout.
And timeout called. Well.
So Lenny Webster earned the exclusion
And then just a bit of an unforced error on the pass, wasn't it?
Played the ball and got hit from behind and forced a bad pass, and now Rangitoto, 23 seconds. Shot clock and game clock is matching.
I might have been a bit tough in terms of saying poor pass. I think, again, it was just really good defence and desperation from Rangitoto. Absolutely. Really good work on getting in there behind. Lenny Webster's just been brilliant for Diocesan today. What a player. The Yarrell Stevenson sisters. But.
It's interesting to see here if Dio use their goalie. So they may step their goalie out to put pressure on, so they've got pressure everywhere, and even centre up there, because they've got to take a risk now to try and get the ball back. They've got a timeout to burn if they can get the ball back.
So potentially they pull their goalkeeper. It doesn't look like they are. And then just bring her higher in the pool. So might bring her up. Yep, she's coming out now. And now clock gets back underway. 20 seconds remain. Bronze medal going the way of Rangitoto unless things can change. Now look to apply pressure. Open goal if they can turn and shoot. Look for another little pass. The pressure's not there. The turnover's not coming. Still possession the way of Rangitoto. 10 seconds remain. They'll just hold on to it. It'll be a bronze medal going the way from the school on the North Shore. And it will be Rangitoto who get the job done. They win the bronze medal, 8-7 over their great rivals Diocesan. Rangitoto College bronze medal. 2 years ago it was gold against the same opposition. They've done the unthinkable. They've been beaten regularly by Diocesan throughout the other major competitions in Auckland and the North Island Secondary School Championships. But when it counts at national level, it is the might of Rangitoto picking up bronze.
It's an awesome effort from Rangitoto today. They were sort of down early, 2-0. Dio had them sort of that whole first half, and they've just found a way to work and create those chances. As I said, they'd played Dio 5 times this year. They were 0-5, but they've got the one that counts.
Yeah, and Emily Arms there for Rangitoto, very emotional, means a lot to her, and everyone will have a slightly different reason, and the reasons and motivations why this is so special. I'd imagine maybe some players might feel, look, I came down here to win the gold medal, I'm in my final year, but they'll also, when you get down here, you realise the standard of the competition, how things have moved on from a year ago. You just want to get yourself on the podium. So congratulations to Emily Arms, Akira Walsh, Rhea Somerville, Sasha Tyndall, Gemma O'Brien, Mackenzie Keeler, Gabrielle Doyle, Eloise Raper, Poppy Costin, Stevie Cooper, Caitlin Boyce, Pippa Southcombe, Mackenzie Rogers, their coaching staff of Chelsea Geary, Ava Cooper, and their manager Angela O'Brien. It is Rangitoto who win bronze. So don't go away, folks. We will take a wee break, and still to come, we will bring you the bronze medal match for the boys. It is the might of Hamilton up against Rangitoto. That to come.